Sometimes a really good movie just has a string of bad luck and misses its audience altogether. That's how I felt watching Moonlight. It's the best movie I had never seen. It just slipped right past me. Hey, I'm Mike. I studied film, I work in TV, and if you love movies as much as I do, hit that subscribe button and get notified when new content's posted. This week I had to fly for work. I usually use that time on a plane to watch as many movies as I can, movies I haven't seen before. It's like a total wild card moment. As much as I try not to know too much about a movie when I'm home, I still have to decide to watch it. But on a plane, they usually have an interesting selection of movies, oftentimes from around the world, and it's a good time to make a wild card selection. So that's what I did. Based on the poster alone and this simple logline, a young African-American man grapples with his identity and sexuality while experiencing the everyday struggles of childhood, adolescence, and burgeoning adulthood. I jumped into Moonlight, and within the first 10 minutes, I broke 2 of my cardinal rules. Try not to know too much about a movie beforehand, and no using your phone in a movie. I just had to Google info on Moonlight to see how a movie this good, made in 2016, slipped by me. Some of you cinephiles are probably way ahead of me, but stay with me. Moonlight won Best Picture in 2016, and I was like, what? No way. I mean, it absolutely deserves it, but how did a Best Picture winner slip by me in 2016? I mean, I do have 3 kids, and we went through a pretty serious Pixar Disney phase back then, but I would have remembered a Best Picture winner. I was totally flummoxed. Yes, flummoxed. This is literally what I read on Wikipedia. Moonlight has been cited as one of the best films of the 21st century. The film won the Academy Award for Best Picture, along with Best Supporting Actor for its co-star Mahershala Ali, and Best Adapted Screenplay, out of a total of 8 nominations at the 89th Academy Awards. Have you figured it out yet? Yes, Moonlight was the film that actually won Best Picture when Faye Dunaway, along with Warren Beatty, mistakenly gave the Oscar to La La Land.
And the Academy Award for Best Picture.
You're impossible. Come on. La La Land.
When in fact Moonlight had won. Most of us were so caught up in the mistake that the fact that the big Hollywood spectacle movie of that year, La La Land, might have gotten robbed or wronged in some way that, and I'll speak for myself here, I totally glossed over Moonlight. Moonlight got a raw deal, and it is a brilliant film. It's about Chiron, a young African-American boy growing up with a drug-addicted mother who's turning tricks out of their squalid apartment. Like a lost puppy, Chiron attaches himself to Mahershala Ali's character, Juan. Juan's a drug dealer, but he's the kind that's looking out for his people. He takes Chiron in, becomes the father figure the boy never had. When Chiron has a bad day at school, he shows up on Juan's doorstep. The film is told in 3 parts. We meet Chiron, or Little as his friends call him, when he's a young boy. Then again in high school, where he's bullied and eventually incarcerated. And finally again some 10 years after high school as an adult. Moonlight shines a spotlight on black masculinity by showing us the characters in Chiron's life. Tough schoolmates trying to assert dominance on the playground, drug dealers, street hustlers, all of these negative male personality types all shaping the behavior of young black boys. But Moonlight sheds a different kind of light on those stereotypes. Yes, they exist, but there is a different side to them too. For example, Ali's character, as it turns out, is Chiron's mother's drug dealer. So he's both the cause of Chiron's problems and his savior. There isn't some Mr. Rogers type of person at a community center who Chiron can look up to figure out how to be a man. That'd be the easy way out. As if tackling the issue of positive black male role models in society wasn't enough, Moonlight also shows Chiron coming to terms with his own sexuality. And once again, writer-director Barry Jenkins doesn't take the easy way out. Like too many African-American men who come from tough neighborhoods, Chiron finds himself being sent to jail for some petty crime, where he starts to work out. In fact, adult Chiron is in amazing shape, like Adonis shape. He hyper-focuses on his masculine side, overcompensating for any homoerotic thoughts. The entire 3rd act of Moonlight is Chiron's coming to terms with his sexuality when he connects with an old high school friend. There is a lot going on in Moonlight, and I couldn't believe I was experiencing this beautiful, carefully crafted film on an airplane by chance. One more thought. I would have expected a storyline like this to be told in a Boys in the Hood style, but instead, it's told like an art house film. The score is orchestral, not hip-hop as one might expect. The entire film is built not to be judged at first glance, like its characters. Just like we shouldn't judge young black men at first glance. It's based on Tyrell Alvin McCraney's semi-autobiographical play In Moonlight, Black Boys Look Blue, which he wrote to cope with his mother's death from AIDS. Moonlight is absolute perfection in my opinion, and unfortunately it was buried by Hollywood. It opened to a mere 650 screens before being nominated for 8 Oscars, winning Best Picture, Best Supporting Actor, and Best Adapted Screenplay. And it was nominated for 6 Golden Globes, winning for Best Motion Picture Drama. After all of those accolades, the film only had its release upgraded by 850 additional screens. That's nothing. But what is truly criminal is Faye Dunaway's huge biff at the Oscars, which really cost Moonlight its legacy. Had that not happened, writer-director Barry Jenkins would have had the Oscar moment he deserved. In 2018, Jenkins finally was able to give his Oscar speech at a South by Southwest panel. Anyway, I thought I would try to do what I could to bring more attention to this beautiful movie. I'd love to read your thoughts on Moonlight in the comments below. As always, film is about community. I'm Mike, and I love movies.